What is up, my friends? Back again with Kev, and we're going to talk about Fight Night Croatia, which happened today. Kev, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on, Steve? I hope everybody's tuned in and wants to hear our predictions that we made, and I guess you could say just our reactions to everything that's gone on. So stay tuned, everybody.
Definitely, yeah. So I tuned in a bit late, like I was telling you earlier, and I did, however, not miss the Gonzaga and Lewis. And damn, man, Lewis is. He calls himself the Beast. He lived up to that name for sure.
Mm. Well,
Lewis.
yeah, I just want to go on record and say that if anyone has the EA Sports UFC 2 game, there's this thing where you can actually participate amongst the live events and predict your picks on who you think is going to win. And as a reward, they give you points to where if you have enough points, you get rewarded in-game packs where you can open them up and use them on your created fighters. But anyways, enough of that. Basically, in my predictions, though, however, this is why I'm mentioning that I did say that Derek Lewis would win, via first round TKO, and that was exactly that. Would I say he was lucky in a way? Yes, because Gonzaga's top game wasn't there as strong as he used to be. I think Gonzaga's well past his prime. I felt like when he secured a top mount and he was in a good position that he could have put away Derek Lewis, but Derek Lewis managed to weather the storm and obviously eventually got up to his feet, got him up against the cage, and that's when we saw the beginning of the end for Gonzaga. And Steve, all I gotta say is what a nasty knockout that was.
Yeah, I mean, like I can't even put more any emphasis on that. You just said it all, and
Pretty much,
yeah, like Gonzaga, like I was telling you, man, he needs to just call it quits. I mean, a vet like
I think
that,
it's time to hang out the gloves. Yeah, I believe so.
a vet like that getting owned, and Roy Nelson apparently getting called out by Lewis. And when do you see that fight happening?
When do I see that fight happening? Well, why not make it his next fight? I mean, the guy's been gunning for Roy Nelson. They've been having a Twitter feud, and as they say, sell it like men, and hopefully them two get in the cage. Hopefully touch gloves, show a bit of sportsmanship, and throw some hard leather, and who knows what could happen. I mean, I know Roy likes to slug it out, but with Derek Lewis's power, not to knock Roy's power, because he's got one of the best, overhand right, I think it is, that Roy Nelson uses. Let's just say Roy Nelson was the hardest hitter in the heavyweight division, but a couple eyebrows are raising with Derek Lewis here because Derek Lewis hits fucking hard as well. So I would love to see them scrap and throw it down. I don't know about you, Steve, but I think that'd be a hell of a fight.
Definitely, yeah. So I'm predicting UFC 200. A lot of fights are being made for that card, and rightly so. So my call is UFC 200, Roy versus Lewis, and let's pretty much see who the best knockout artist is. Moving forward, Ben Rothwell, JDS, and you and I, we were going for Ben. I mean, I'm wearing Zagano, but you and I getting ready for Ben because he was on such a roll, and just you and I both, we talked about this. We're not disappointed in Ben, but we're just we don't know what to say after that performance.
It's a heartbreaking story. I mean, I'm gonna put it to everybody like this. So hear me out, people. But this is not biased opinion. We love JDS as well, but JDS has had his time. He's had the title, and I really was on the Ben Rothwell bandwagon and the hype train and all that other stuff. And I really, really was sold on the fact that he was determined to go on and do what he was going to do, and that was to be a world champion one day. I think the saddest thing when you see a fighter like that take such a fall is just thinking of how he got there, how long he's been in the company, his family, him owning his own gym and things like that, and everything he dedicates to that sport, much like that fighters. But there's just certain other fighters that are more passionate, and I think Ben Rothwell is one of those guys. Like, he really, really is a passionate guy when it comes to MMA. I mean, I'm talking like, some fighters are in it for the money, some are in short term, and others are in longevity, like, Ben Rothwell. And I think Ben Rothwell, losing the way he did, being outclassed and getting well, pretty much being a punch bag in a way for 5 rounds was really hard to watch, especially from a fan's point of view. Just, you really got a feel for the guy. He was talking about turning on the switch, running through the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division's in trouble, doing his little, iconic laugh and all that other stuff. He's a hell of an entertaining guy and quite the character, but he can back it up as well, strange as he is. But, yeah, man, just to see him lose like that, I don't know how he's going to bounce back from adversity, Steve. I mean, what do you think? It's hard to watch, man, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking he's going to bounce back because he's a warrior in the end. And yeah, like I was telling you before, they may get stunned a little bit, but they always move forward. And so this is kind of a stunning situation for him, being outclassed, and he's going to move forward no matter what.
I was just going to say it's a real hard pill to swallow if he was in his shoes because, losing like that, it makes it seem as if everything he worked for was just taken away from him, with such ease. The way Junior picked him apart and, his game plan, everything was just so spot on that, Junior he had a few scratches, but Ben Rothwell obviously got beat up more.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't seen the press conference afterwards, but what I will argue against, and you'd agree with me, Steve, where the fuck was Junior's, match of the night bonus? Why didn't he get any bonuses? Where's his 50 grand bonus? What's that about?
Honestly, I was thinking the same. I was thinking the same thing. I came into the press conference a bit late, so I didn't hear all the bonuses being announced. But I think
he didn't get a match bonus, and I just felt like, really?
Yeah,
no match bonus?
I think that would be a bit of a wise decision to give him that bonus.
Right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. And that was a good fight.
Yes, it was.
I mean, he put on a hell of performance. Whether it was one-sided or not, it doesn't matter. A fight is a fight, and Junior showcased, a lot of skills. So as much as Junior did that, and as much as I wanted Ben Rothwell to win, you got to give the man his due. It was a good fight.
Definitely. Frank Mir, a couple of nights ago, the news broke that he was flagged for possible PEDs or something, that he failed the test for the post-test after the Brisbane fight with Mark Hunt. What do you think of this? I mean, Frank Guy, clean-cut guy, 2-time champ. Do you think he took anything, or because I don't?
I don't know about clean cut, and hear me out on this one. Now, the recent Frank, yeah, sure, clean cut. But if we go back to the old UFC days, you know where I'm going with this one, Steve.
Yes,
a lot
I do.
Of these guys were on steroids and all types of enhancing drugs, and Frank Mir, I believe, was one of those guys. There was a point in his career where he had done stuff like that. Some would argue, but I'm pretty sure. And am I surprised? Was it? Let me ask real quick before I go ahead and make my statement. Was it confirmed that he had done something, or was it false accusations?
It's all it is right now is accusations. Nothing's been confirmed. Yeah. Frank himself put out a statement saying.
I saw the statement on your Facebook. You're saying, do you want to tell the fans what you said?
Basically, the statement read that he was a 2-time champ, never took anything in his UFC career, and just to not pass judgment on him until all the facts are come to light, and that's all really said. And so I
believe he said, "God bless all the people supporting him as well."
Yeah, like definitely, because the fans are the fans for a reason.
Well, in that case, going off that statement, he hasn't been found guilty, nor is he guilty at this moment in time. So could I make an opinion? Not really, no. But what I will say is if Frank is not guilty, then, the man's owed an apology. And if he is guilty, well, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's kind of like the, Vitor Belfort situation.
Mm-hmm.
When he was busted, for TRT, so a lot of these guys, they slip things, before they take drug tests and things like that. But there's always a way to beat the system.
Definitely,
they're always,
I agree.
Being up to date and they're advanced and testing guys and stuff like that. There's always a way to kind of still past the system, if that makes sense. You know what I mean, Steve? But, and some of these guys have got away with a lot. I mean, look at Don Jones. Like, the fact that he's fighting over Vincent Prue, and this is a guy that's done cocaine, broke all kinds of laws. I mean, I'm surprised the guy's still employed. Like, so
I am with that.
Protecting your best asset, like shit.
Honestly, like the whole and Jones still is a hot topic. We'll get into that a little later for next week's battle.
Absolutely. We'll be making that prediction.
Honestly, yeah. With Mir saying his statement that he did, he also said that if he is found guilty and suspended, that it looks like he's going to hang it up, and that'll be it for Frank Mir.
Yeah. I just want to say real quick, Steve, to jump onto a new subject, seeing that we just covered that. I want us to talk about Teixeira and Evans and who you think is going to win that fight. Take it away, Steve.
Wow, I mean, I'm a Chuck guy, you know this. So and Glover's a Chuck guy as well. So I'm hoping Glover takes it. But will I be surprised if Glover loses to Evans? No, because Evans is a vet pretty much and knows what he's doing in and around that cage.
Former champion as well.
Exactly, yeah. So he knows what he's doing in and around that cage.
He knows the whole deal, yeah. Definitely intelligent guy. Hasn't got a lot of losses. I believe he's got maybe 3 or 4 losses. Not a lot, but he's got a lot more wins. And he's a tough guy to beat and tough guy to put away. But, I think Evans' wrestling would be a factor in this fight.
Definitely,
then
yeah.
again, Glover's, he's striking, his ground game. I'm not too sure how Evans is going to put Glover away. He's a tough guy all round, and he's capable of doing a lot of things from, chokeholds to arm bars to hitting people with his heavy hands. Like you said, he's a Chuck guy. He trains with Chuck. I believe he trained Chuck when Chuck was active, and he pretty much is the real deal. Like, he's like the Brazilian Chuck Liddell, if you really think about it. Is he as good as Chuck? Debatable. I mean, but Chuck's had more of a legacy, and obviously been a champion. Glover has yet to do that, so he had a chance against Jones. He came unstuck. Will we ever get back there again? What do you think, Steve? I think it is.
Oh, everything's possible when you have Chuck in your corner. That's for damn sure. But we will get into that. We will get into that 6 days' time. When 6 days' time, that card happens on FS1. So definitely tune into that, my friend. I know I will. And that is it for us, my friends. So thank you once again for tuning in. Kev, I love having you on this channel, man. You intelligent opinions is what we are about. So thank you again, everybody.
I think I'm liking this whole duo videos, and we need to maybe make a separate YouTube channel just to have both of us, so people can look forward to both of us having an input, and they know that it's not just one person, it's 2 people.
Definitely, yeah. I would definitely do that.
Or if you're on my channel, it's all love, and I hope people are enjoying the content. And, look out for more to come for everybody, watching and tuning in. So remember to hit Steve's subscribe button if you haven't.
Please, yes. I have.
He needs it.
I need some more subscribers, new subscribers. Yeah. I have 197 and counting. So please hit that button and tune in soon.
That 200 mark, yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. I'm out. He's out. We're done. Adios, people.
Adios.